In 2025, almost everyone is exclusively using Qantas points. Now, in some rare instances, people have been burnt by Qantas before, not being able to use the points that they've actually earned, and some of them will be also earning Velocity frequent flyer points. Now, having access to both of these frequent flyer programs is great, but in today's video, I'm going to share with you an advanced strategy that will allow you to unlock reward seats with almost every single airline in the world. So after you implement the strategy that I'm going to teach you in today's video, instead of being stuck with both the Qantas and the Velocity frequent flyer program, you will now have access to over 40 different airlines from all over the world, meaning the chances of you getting reward seats and being able to use those points that you are earning is greatly increased. This means more reward seats, more routes that you otherwise wouldn't have access to, and in some situations, just by using the correct airline to book that flight that you were going to book on Qantas or Velocity, you're going to be able to book the exact same seat for a lot less points as well. Now, before we go into the technique, give this video a like and leave a comment so I know that these sort of advanced strategies are helpful to you. Now, not only will this system unlock more reward seat availability, but in some instances, it's actually going to be cheaper and require fewer points as well. A few days ago, I made a video going in depth on this, but to summarize that video, I talked about a flight from Sydney to Doha. Now, if you have access to the Velocity frequent flyer program, you can book a Sydney to Doha flight in business class on a reward rate for 119,000 points. I then talked about how if we book that exact same seat on the Qatar Airways loyalty program, we're paying just 70,000 points. That's a 40% saving and a difference of almost 50,000 points. Now, the good news is this isn't a one-off route. In a lot of instances, it's going to be much cheaper booking directly through the airline's loyalty program rather than going through Qantas or Velocity. If you want to watch that video in depth, I will leave a link in the video description so you can check it out. So now we have an idea on a couple of things. Number one is that we're going to unlock a lot more reward seat availability than we otherwise would have if we just stuck with Qantas and Velocity. The second thing is it's also going to be cheaper booking these exact flights directly through the airline's loyalty program as opposed to going through Qantas or Velocity. So now that we understand the benefits of why we're doing this strategy, how do we go about doing it and how do we get access to all these different airlines? It all starts with your points earning setup. There are two key requirements to make this happen. The first is that you're earning membership points that are transferable to lots of different airline programs. And the second option, which is going to help you unlock over 30 airline programs, is being able to earn membership points that you can transfer to Marriott Bonvoy. So what are some practical examples on how this all comes together? Personally, the way that I make this strategy work is by collecting Amex Platinum membership points. I collect these points by using the Amex Platinum card on pretty much every single dollar that I'm spending. These Amex Platinum membership points give me the most flexibility and the ability to transfer my points to over 12 different airlines. When I earn Amex Platinum membership points, I can transfer my Amex points directly to Qatar, Etihad, Emirates, Virgin, Qantas, Cathay Pacific's Asia Miles, and also plenty more partners. Being able to transfer those Amex points directly to those airlines is a huge key. Now, if you want to go one step deeper, that's where Marriott Bonvoy comes in. Marriott Bonvoy actually partner with about 38 different airline programs. Some of the key airlines that they partner with are Japan Airlines, United Airlines, American Airlines, LATAM, Delta, Air China, Air France, and also Air Canada. So to summarize, the way we get access to all of these 40 different airlines is number one, having membership points, ideally Amex Platinum membership points. When we have Amex Platinum membership points, we can transfer them to 12 airlines as it is. And then once we have these Amex Platinum membership points, we can then go a step further and transfer them to Marriott Bonvoy, where in total we'll unlock around 40 different airlines. Once your points are in Marriott Bonvoy, you then go ahead and make the transfer to one of the airlines that you want to transfer your points to. Now that we understand how we get access to all these different airline loyalty programs, I do want to mention two important things. The first thing is that there are some transfer limits that you'll want to be aware of. The minimum amount of points that you can transfer to an airline is going to be 3,000 Marriott points, but the key transfer limit that we have to pay attention to is the maximum A maximum of 240,000 Marriott points per day is the limit. Now the good news is it does reset every single day, so it may be a matter of just transferring a number of points over a number of days. The second thing that I want to mention is that the conversion rate using this method from Amex to Marriott and then from Marriott to another airline, the conversion ratio is not that great. I want to make it super clear that you should only go through this path if you're desperate for reward seats and there's no other option booking through Qantas or Velocity or through one of the Amex airline partners. I'm going to show you in a second the exact math so you can see how the conversion plays out, but the rule of thumb is this: 3 Amex membership points equals 2 Marriott Bonvoy points. 3 Marriott Bonvoy points equals 1 airline point. That is a lot of maths, so let's make it simple. 100,000 Amex points equals about 66,000 Marriott Bonvoy points. 66,000 Marriott Bonvoy points equals about 22,000 airline miles. Now that's still probably a little bit confusing because you're probably wondering, how many airline miles do I need for these unique airlines that we don't very frequently use? So to answer that, let's have a look at a JAL, a Japan Airlines business class reward seat from Sydney to Tokyo. From Sydney to Tokyo in business class, if you're lucky enough to find a reward seat on the JAL website, it's going to cost you 55,000 airline miles. To get 55,000 JAL miles, it will cost you 250,000 Amex points. Those 250,000 Amex points will convert to about 167,000 Marriott Bonvoy points, and those 167,000 Marriott Bonvoy points will convert into about 55,000 JAL miles. To put that in comparison, if you were to get a classic reward seat from Sydney to Tokyo on Japan Airlines through the Qantas frequent flyer program, Qantas will only charge you 90,000 points if you find a classic reward seat. 90,000 Qantas points converts from 180,000 Amex points, meaning it's going to cost you 180,000 Amex points to book that same seat directly through the Qantas frequent flyer program, versus it'll cost you 250,000 Amex points if you're going to book that through the Japan Airlines program. This is why I say it's so important to exhaust your options through the Qantas frequent flyer program first before we resort to booking through JAL. It is only in instances when Qantas or Velocity don't have reward seats and you desperately need to get a reward seat is when you would use this strategy. It is very rare to find reward seats through the Qantas frequent flyer program at this rate, but when you're booking through JAL, because it's Japan Airlines' frequent flyer program, they have a lot more reward availability on their own airline. So while the conversion ratio may not be great, it may be a case of using your points versus not being able to use your points. Now, something I haven't mentioned is that Marriott Bonvoy often have promos where they'll give you 5,000 to 10,000 points every time you transfer to an airline. Now, the reason I haven't paid too much attention to this is because that promo will vary according to the date that you're watching this video. Typically, you can expect Marriott to give you a bonus 5,000 to 10,000 points each time you transfer to an airline. To see if there is a promo running, just check on the Marriott Bonvoy website. It should be pretty clear as to what promo is running at the time. By now, you should have a pretty good understanding at how we unlock reward seats on almost every single airline around the world. So now when we're frustrated that we can't use our Qantas or Velocity points, we now have a system that we can use to transfer our points to almost 40 different airline programs. Now, I do understand that this whole process is a lot of work, and if you are frustrated because you have a huge points balance and you just don't have the time to spend doing this stuff, if you check the link in the video description, I have a flight booking service there. This flight booking service will give you direct access to me. I will find the seats you're after and I will teach you exactly how you book it. You'll get access to me one-on-one and unlimited support until we get you a result. Other than that, that is all for today's video. If you do enjoy this sort of content, I would really appreciate giving this video a thumbs up and also leaving me a comment so I know these advanced strategies are helpful to you.